from his current production, I'd like to welcome Sam Hood Adrain. Hi, Sam.
Hi, how are you, Ava?
Great. Welcome
Good to
back.
see you. Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming back and being on the show.
Yeah, I'm happy to be here.
So, the last time you were here, you were telling Molly a little bit about the residency that you're doing here in Rhode Island. It is your hometown, although you live in New York.
I do, yeah. I live in Brooklyn now.
Okay.
But I grew up on the east side of Providence, right near Brown on Arnold Street.
Awesome. Know exactly where that is. So how has the residency been going so far?
It's been crazy.
Okay.
Honestly, it's been really crazy, but it's been great. We've done so far 12 performances of the regional premiere of our original show, in her own words, the Diana Tapes, which is playing at the SEG Hub on 10 Davall Square. Our last performances are this weekend, Friday, Saturday,
Cool.
2 shows on Sunday. And so that has been a whole whirlwind of experience, from starting rehearsals, rehearsing for only 5 days, and then putting the show up. And then on top of that, we have done the Untitled Shape Show, which is an original musical that I wrote the book for, along with a friend of mine, Will Davis, who wrote the music and the lyrics. And we actually opened that at the Providence Public Library this past Saturday. And we had like 50 people in the audience, and the kids were just absolutely amazing. These young actors are so talented, and we only had 17 hours of rehearsal with them.
Wow.
And it's a full-length musical with songs and dances and lines and everything.
Amazing.
So they knocked it out of the park. We're really excited to do another show with them this weekend.
That's fantastic. And they're all local-based actors.
Yeah, they're all
kids,
from
I'm
either
sure.
Rhode Island or Massachusetts, and we have 8 young actors involved, as well as Chandler Cross, who grew up in Woonsocket, who's 22, and she plays one of the older characters, and she's obviously also local. So it's a good mix of my theater company, who is from all over the world, and then people here in the community.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So you were telling Molly in your last interview that the Diana Tapes, you did some performances in England.
In Edinburgh.
In Edinburgh.
Scotland.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, Scotland. I knew it was in Europe. And that this was sort of like a test audience for the U.S. So what has the response been like?
It's been great. The response has been really great. I always, we obviously believe in the story. We think it's a strong story, and we think that it is still totally relevant. But the people in the UK really do have a visceral response, an immediate visceral response to the princess and the royal family, and deference and all the things that we talk about. And people here sort of have a different idea of her. She was sort of more of someone that we looked at from afar. We were still very involved in her life. And actually, Anna Christina Schuler, my co-artistic director, who's here with me today to sing, plays Princess Diana.
Amazing.
And so the audience response here has been great. I mean, it's a very intimate setting. We are turning an office into a theater every night.
Wow.
We build clip light trees, and we hang curtains. My 13-year-old sister hemmed all of the curtains for us in our living room.
Thanks, sis.
Yes, thank you, Annabelle. And she did a fabulous job. And it really is it's an experience unlike anything that I ever came to in Providence, and I think that people have really been enjoying it.
Awesome. Yeah, it's a really great concept. That's why we love having you on the show, because we love supporting these kinds of productions. The current production that is being performed at the library, your last performance will be Saturday.
Yeah.
The Untitled Shape Show. Really great concept. Again, you were in rehearsals the last time you were here. Now you've done the production. You said it was amazing. The audience response was great. Is there any kind of conversation that has been brought up with the kids or anyone?
Yeah. I mean, really it came from the parents.
Yeah.
The kids, the young actors, as I said, they're super talented, and they get it. They understand what we're talking about in this show. And the parents, I had so many parents and audience members come up to me afterwards and say, that was great. And I said, oh no, your kid was fabulous, we love working with it. They said, no, not because my son or daughter was in it, or my niece or nephew or whatever. It's because what we're talking about, inclusion and bullying and being who you are, and the importance of that really resonates with people. And I think that it also really resonates with people who are between the ages of 10 and 16. I mean, I know I certainly struggled with all those questions when I was that age, and even though we're not specifically talking about them, just talking about it opens the door for a conversation. So actually the song that we're going to do a little later is about one of those conversations that one of the characters is having with their parents. And the mom of one of the young actors came up to me and said, I had that conversation with my daughter in the car. And it was so hard and devastating hearing her now talk about it and understand it and understand who she is was amazing. I mean, we had parents in the audience crying, not because, you know, of the content, but because they saw their kids in a brand new light.
Yeah.
And that's what we hope for, you know?
That is amazing, and I think it's really important, again, you say that not only is it important for the kids to see something that they recognize from their own experience, but for the parents to sort of get a window into what they may be going through. I had someone else on the show recently who has another type of anti-bullying campaign, and I said, well, this day and age, like, it just seems like it's so accepted to be who you are, and his comment was, well, that's what parents think.
Yeah.
That's not exactly what's going on, and so I feel like you may be providing this sort of window into what the kids are really going through.
I mean, yeah, that's really what we hope for, and we just hope to, you know, by act of talking about it themselves, either it will transfer to school or their lives, or as they grow up. I mean, I firmly believe that the things that you learn in a rehearsal room translate to skills in real life, and they translate into becoming a better citizen of the world. And that is the sort of building block of our education department, is that, you know, we're not trying to train the next class of Broadway actors. You know, we're trying to say that theater has real life applications, it has real life skill sets that you could learn, and it'll make you a better actor. Of course, we hope so, but it will also make you a better citizen.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rhode Island residency kind of almost over.
Yeah, we leave on Monday. I know, I'm so sad.
What's up next?
Up next, so we are actually taking this bill, this same show of In Her Own Words, the Diana Tapes, and the Untitled Shape Show. We have been selected to be part of the 3B development series at the IRT Theater in New York City.
Awesome.
So it's a off-Broadway theater on Christopher Street, and it's sort of known to be a breeding ground of experimental artists, but also artists who go on to do big things. Like Young Jean Lee also did this residency series. So we are doing that for the month of August, I think from the 8th to the 29th. And then we are taking In Her Own Words, the Diana Tapes on tour to Toronto for the month of September. So that's sort of the next like 2 big steps. And then we have hopefully some more exciting news coming soon, but we're not quite sure yet.
All right. Well, you'll have to let us know.
Yes, absolutely.
You can do it via Skype if you're on the road. We'd love to hear about it.
Love that.
So we're super lucky to have a performance from the Untitled Shape Show. Tell us a little bit about the, you kind of brushed upon what's happening in the show at the time, and then you can introduce your castmate who is going to be performing with you.
So this song takes place between the Polygon, who is the main character, and their parent. Now, as I said last time, all of the shapes are purposefully non-gendered in this show, so that any student of any gender identity can play these parts. And so this takes place between the young, they move, they've been homeschooled their whole life, they move to school and they find out it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's not as easy as their parents had let on. And so this song is when the young Polygon, who is played by a young student, but unfortunately they were all busy today, so Anna Christina Schuler will be singing for them, comes to their mom and says, hey, help me out. I don't know what to do. So that's sort of where we are at the play and song. And then from there, they move forward.
Awesome. Well, I'm going to step out here. We can introduce our
Princess Diana in Her Own Words, the Diana Tapes, and is also playing the circle in my show, Untitled Shape Show.
Awesome.
Are you ready?
Ready.
All right. You've got sides, you've got angles. Don't you let anyone put you in a box. You've got heart, and you've got family. You've got love, and let's just say you've got a lot.
I don't got friends, and I look different. I don't got stories to make people think I'm cool. Sure, I've got you, but that's so nerdy. And it also doesn't help me much at school. Where do I fit in? I'm like a key without a lock. Turns out I am just lots of nothing, though you say I have a lot.
You couldn't wait to meet the world, but you're afraid it's scared of you. It's only your first week, there's no need to be so blue. What you are doesn't define you. It's about the heart that's beating deep inside. Just be good to those around you. And someday soon we all will realize you've got sides,
I've got sides.
you've got angles.
I've got angles.
Don't you let anyone put you in a box.
I'm not a box.
You've got heart,
I've got heart.
you've got family.
I've got family.
We've got love, and let's just say we've got a lot.
Yay! That was so awesome.
Yay.
Here, I'm gonna come in between you guys.
Absolutely.
That was amazing. So you can catch the last weekend of the Diana Tapes this weekend. This Saturday is the final performance of the Untitled Shape Show at the Providence Public Library here in downtown Providence. Go and check it out. It's great. Thank you so much for being here
Thank you
again.
for
Thank you
having
for
us.
coming and
Absolutely.
performing.
Thank you for having us.
I'm going to attempt to take a
selfie.
Yes!
Luckily, I don't have long enough arms, I don't think.
Ooh, I might hear.
Oh, yes. I think you do. Yay!
So great.
And
Thank
if I
you
could
so much,
just
guys.
plug our website, www.wwtns.org. That's where you can find all tickets and information like that.
Thank you so much for
course.
being here.